scheme or on straight dives.
Here's 3rd down and 3 from the 46-yard line of Crescent. Handoff, Quast this time. Running room, 40, 35. He's knocked down. He was actually knocked down by Preston Walker, but he was held on to and eventually pulled down by Devin Bledsoe. But the gain from the 47-yard line down to the 35, that's 12 yards for Grant Quast. He's been very effective.
Right. Well, and again, they're running behind those two outstanding offensive linemen, and I don't blame them. I would too. You don't change what's been effective.
1st down and 10 from the 35. Quast again off the right side. Not a whole lot there. They're going to mark him at the 33, a gain of 2.
Go ahead.
You take a look at Quast. That's his 7th carry for 44 yards rushing.
Well, they changed it up then. They went away from those two, but I think they're just doing that so that Crescent won't get some tendency or try to, just get a little change up in the game.
2nd down and 8 from the 33-yard line. Pistol formation. 3 wide receivers right, 1 to the left. Reisner. They'll take the snap. Pitch right side, Martin. Martin angles up now, and he'll run into a couple of Tigers at the 31-yard line and pick up a couple more to bring up 3rd down at about 6.
Brought down by number 2, Brady Wallace.
Brady Wallace made the stop.
For the Wildcats.
Well, Crescent's had great success in this game, in my opinion, when they ran the straight dives behind Yek and, is it Yek or Jack?
It's Yek.
Yek and Robertson. And they had success on the earlier drive when they ran the GT behind those two. So, I would stay with that until the other team stopped me.
Mitchell Year-out to the center. He leans over the football. Snap. Handoff to Quast. Slips a tackle. Bounces right. He's going to come about a yard short over there, maybe 2. Was knocked down across the way by Michael Cronister, the linebacker. So 3rd down and 6 will turn into 4th down and 2 after the gain of 4.
They pulled Jack that time and ran to the right. It looked like I couldn't tell if it was a trap or a little sweep type action, but it was a good play. But this 4th down, giving them 4 downs, it was huge because of that penalty a while ago.
So the ball resting now at the 27-yard line. 4th down and 2 with 5:38 remaining in the first half. There's a give up the middle to Martin, but a whistle will stop the action. Before the play got underway, most likely some movement on the offensive line, which is going to make 4th and 2 into 4th and 7. Yes, it is. Illegal procedure. And now Crescent defensively very much in a situation like they were on the last Cashion drive where they were able to stop them on 4th down.
The referee just called that. I coached him when he was in high school, Perry.
Really?
Yep.
So back to 4th down and 8 now. Back at the 34. 33-yard line. Reisner wants to throw. They dump it out, screen pass, caught by Martin right side. There's going to be a hold. Martin to the 30, the 25. Another flag comes in, and he'll be knocked down at the 25-yard line, but this one's coming back.
Well, what was the penalty, the second penalty for?
The first one was a hold in the backfield. Let's see what the second one is.
If it was a face mask or something. I don't know. I'm just speculating because I don't remember seeing a Cashion player around there at that point.
Now, the discussion goes on right now. The flag is laying back at the 42-yard line. 5:19 remaining in the second quarter. And Cashion and Crescent are tied at 8 in this matchup of 2 undefeated state-ranked teams in A3 playing for the top spot in District A3. Now the discussion continues. It moves down the field to talk to the Crescent captains, it looks like.
There's some discussion about, I think, this second flag, Tom.
Ringwood has gone up on Wacoma's 27-6.
Timeout.
Now they're going to measure at the 25-yard line. I think, will they say, let's just wait. Let's not speculate. Oh, I tell you what, Cashion or Crescent wanted to see if they got the first down.
Exactly.
And they are. Well, the nose of the football might be touching the stick. So here's the decision. if they don't make the first down, Crescent declines the penalty, takes over first down and 10. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah, you're right. That's good.
And
good observation.
Did they come up just short?
I don't know.
They're still, they've got it marked down there. It looks like they're short. Now they're talking with the captain for Crescent. That's Ty Hayden. I think they're going to say he had the first down. Well, let's listen. Now they're not going to turn on his microphone. It's a hold. And he must have had the first down by the nose of the football. They're going to pick up the second flag. And since they did have the first down by the nose of the football, they're going to go back and mark off the penalty from back at the 33-yard line, which will make it 4th down and 18. Or are they going to mark it off from back at the 41? They're going to mark it off from the 41.
It's going to be interesting.
Back across midfield at the Cashion 48.
Well, I would guess Cashion will go ahead and punt this away, but, man, in the past, I've seen Cashion do some things in these situations.
Yeah, it will be 4th down and a mile.
Yeah.
The line of scrimmage is the Cashion 48. They've got to get down to the Crescent 25 to move the chains. So Ty Reesner will come out for his 8th punting attempt of the season. 7 punts for a 25-yard average. So an opportunity here for Crescent to get pretty good field position. Into what breeze there is. The flag is flying limply, which is hard to believe after the wind we've had today. The line of scrimmage is the 48. Here's Reesner's punt. It's high and short. Fair catch called for and a fumble.
My.
Ball was loose and picked up by Cashion. Oh, you got to call that fair catch and then make that catch. And it came off the shoulder pads.
Tom, there's a flag, though.
There is a flag.
And let's see if they're going to say that he was impeded his opportunity to catch football.
They make Crescent may catch a break right here.
I don't know what else it could be.
Fair catch interference?
That's what I'm saying, yeah possibly.
It was Lacey, Tristan Lacey. On him, but he had room to make that catch.
Oh, without a doubt.
And if this goes against Cashion, it's a huge break for the Tigers. Because really, I think that Cashion should have that football inside the 25-yard line.
Yeah, I just don't know. I mean, I don't know what the flag is for, what it would be for.
Now, the discussion continues. I think that Cashion may get this football. They're going to wave off the flag, and Cashion will take over 1st down and 10 at the Crescent 24-yard line. That's a good call right there.
Yeah, it was a good call. Yeah, I didn't think there was any interference. He just missed the... Probably should have got away from the football, let it bounce and just get the ball wherever it landed.
So this is a new drive that will start on the 29-yard line with 4:57 remaining in the first half. Cashion and Crescent tied at 8. From the shotgun, Reesner with 4 receivers. Big break for Cashion. Can they take advantage of it right here? From the shotgun, handoff. There is Quast. A little bit of running room. He's tripped up, though, at the 25-yard line. They're going to give him a gain of 3 to bring up 2nd down and 7.
Cashion right now, they probably just need to be patient and run their power game and try to control the ball. They've got 4 downs to get, the first down.
Ty Hayden made the stop, 2nd down and 6. Reesner wants to throw. Here comes the blitz, dumps it out right side. They set up the screen to Quast, but it's closed down pretty well as Quast will not get back to the line of scrimmage. I believe it was Cronister who made the initial hit, and they're going to mark it. And they're going to give him about a yard or so, and that's it. They're going to give him a good spot across the way to the 24-yard line.
And get a player down.
Yeah, they might move they're going to leave it at the 24, and it's a Cashion Wildcat down across the way. We can't see. We won't speculate. The ball's going to be marked at the 25-yard line, which will bring up 3rd down and about 7.
Well, that's, I was honestly a little surprised there that they went ahead and threw the ball. I don't know if that was a screen or not. I think he was just trying to hit his outlet. I saw a receiver deep. Probably may have been trying to run off there.
Foss was kind of an outlet to the right side,
just a little outlet pass. But.
So 3rd down and 7 now at the 25.
Please remember all elementary and high school cheerleaders, 3 minutes on the clock. North of the stand.
So here's 3rd down and 7 from the 25 with 4:10 remaining in the first half. We're tied at 8. This has been as good as we thought it could be. Reesner shotgun, 3 wide receivers left side, 1 to the right. Martin goes in motion from right to left. Reesner, pump fake, looking left, plenty of time now to the near side corner of the end zone. The ball is intercepted, or is it fought for and caught for a touchdown? My golly. Nate Lee just took it away from Tristan Lacey. I thought Lacey, he had the advantage, but Nate Lee took it away from him. 25-yard touchdown pass.
Well, unfortunately, high school football, we don't have the ability to look at instant replay, but I truly believe you just called it right. He had position on him and everything, and I thought he went up and had the ball, but I think that the ball was taken away from the Crescent defender.
And if you could hear the crowd on the near side, they thought it was a pick, and they were not happy when it was ruled a touchdown. They'll go for 2. Reesner in the pistol. Martin behind him. Pitch left side, Martin. Nothing doing. Now he bounces off a tackle. He'll come back to the right side. He may be able to score. He will get into the end zone for 2. And a late flag. A late flag. T.J. Martin was in jail to his left, reversed his field back to the right, and found his way into the end zone. But let's see what the penalty flag is. Are we having fun yet, Rick Evans?
Well, I know this. You better tackle T.J. Martin, and you better not lose your feet. Too many times guys hit. I've seen this happen in the King game, too. They hit him and don't wrap up and don't run their feet. You've got to continue through the tackle against that guy, or what happened will happen every time. He'll bounce off and make you pay. But I think this one may be coming back.
Now they'll make Cashion try it again. It's a hold against the Wildcats. They'll mark it back to the 16-yard line.
That could be big.
For the left hash. Now, Ty Reesner's 5 of 6 kicking extra points, but they will not try it. They'll go for 2 again from the 16. Reesner with Quast to his right, 4 wide receivers spread across the field. Reesner rolling to his right, buying time, rolling. Now here comes the blitz, throws toward the end zone and throws it into the bushes over there behind the end zone. So Cashion will take a 14-8 lead. 3:51 remaining in the first half, but this is the High Plains Insurance K&ID Area Game of the Week on CTV Sports. After the turnover on the muffed punt, it was a 3-play, 29-yard drive. It took 1 minute and 6 seconds off the clock, and Ty Reesner hit Nate Lee for 25 yards, the left side of the end zone. It looked for a second that the ball was picked by Tristan Lacey, but Lee just took it away from him. The 2-point conversion pass is incomplete. 3:51 remaining in the first half. It's 14-8 Cashion. And Crescent will get their opportunity here late in the first half.
A big game, big plays, Tom. The fumble by Walker early.
There's an onside kick. That's not going to cover 10 yards. Now Crescent will fall on it right at the midfield stripe. The flag will fly because the ball was touched about 6 yards downfield. Now, Crescent will have the football. They should have the football. They should take it. Yeah. Might they have the opportunity to take where it was touched?
Yeah, I think so.
If that's the case, they're going to have it in Cashion territory. Have I said how much I enjoy this brand-new press box?
Boy, it's nice, man. Nice.
Great atmosphere, great view. I think everybody in this part of the county is here for this one.
This is comfortable, too. It's like sitting at home watching the game on TV.
They're going to wave the flag off, which means that
no, they're taking it.
They're going to take that penalty. They're going to mark it at the 45-yard line. Yeah. So Crescent will take over with by far their best starting field position of the evening. On the Cashion 45 with 3:51 remaining.
Crescent, last two drives, really, they scored and they stopped themselves.
Walker wants to throw. They set up the screen. They dump it to Cronister. 45-40 running room. 35-30 flag, though. 25-20. 15 and down to the 10. But this one is most likely coming back. And there are some upset coaches down here on the near side.
Well, you know, seriously, I didn't see anything. It had to be on a downfield block by a lineman or a receiver, but I didn't see anybody with any jersey.
It was set up perfectly, and Cronister carried the ball down inside the 10-yard line of the 9.
You're right. It was beautiful, and it was a great call.
So now the discussion goes on with the Cashion captains. Tom Nelson and Coach Rick Evans with you tonight in Crescent on the High Plains Insurance K&ID Area Game of the Week. I'd like to thank some of those sponsors here in Crescent and Cashion who helped us out tonight, including Hometown Foods, Cashion Farm Bureau, Chris Cochran, and everybody at Cashion Farm Bureau, Cashion Grain and Feed, Exit Realty, Reese Baker, Brad Pollard Insurance, and Earnhardt Quick Stops. Thank you so much for sponsoring our K&ID Area Game of the Week. And now they're going to bring in the back judge to get him into the discussion here. And they will mark Crescent back from back at they're going to mark it. They're going to give him a 7-yard gain and then mark him back 10 to bring up 1st and 13. Does that make sense?
Well, yeah, I don't know. I thought the flag was thrown a lot further downfield, but maybe he saw something upfield. If he did, it had to be behind the play.
So now it's 1st down and 13 from back at the 48. Cronister fakes the give now. Walker's in trouble. He'll scramble to his left. Now he wants to run. Now he throws ahead, and the ball is incomplete. Walker was just trying to make something happen. Chicken salad out of chicken something else.
Yeah.
And the pass intended for Ty Hayden was down a bit low. He couldn't scoop it up.
I tell you, that was once he reversed his field. There was one guy, defender over there, to keep him from running, and at some point I thought he might take off. And you get Cashion spread out like that with Walker running, that could be trouble for Cashion.
Preston Walker's had one big run tonight of 39 yards. Here's 2nd down and 13 from the 48. Walker dumps it near side. It's a little bit short of his intended receiver, and that is Tristan Lacey. Not a good throw right there. They had it set up pretty well again, but the pass incomplete to bring up 3rd down and 13.
Cash has done a pretty good job of containing Walker. They're changing up, I think, their defenses and coverages, and Crescent really hasn't shown that they want to go downfield with the ball.
3rd down and 13 now. 5 wide receivers, the empty backfield, and Walker, now he wants to run the quarterback draw. 40, 35, 30, stays on his feet, 25, 20, directs traffic 15 and down to the 12-yard line. How about another huge gain for Preston Walker?
Tom, I was just fixing to say, I saw Cashion on the previous play. They brought their linebackers to the outside to contain, basically. And I started to say, right now would be a good time for a quarterback draw, and I'll be darned they didn't run it.
How about 6 carries for 85 yards rushing for the senior quarterback, Preston Walker, from the right hash mark. It's 1st down and 10 from the 12-yard line. Shotgun Walker wants to run again. Nothing doing this time. He'll gain about a yard or so. He was initially contacted by Mitchell Yearout, and that knocked him down or sent him on his way. Yeah. No gain on the play for 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, Yearout did a good job then staying home and closing it down when Walker tried to make the cut.
2nd down and 10 from the 12. Walker wants to throw, looking left as a man out, left side. Oh, and it was dropped. It is dropped by Devin Bledsoe, incomplete.
Well, when you're a coach and the players too, I mean, you know, those kind of things just kill you. He had to come back for it a little bit. The ball was a little bit behind him, but definitely a catchable ball.
So 3rd down and 10 from the 12-yard line. Crescent ranked number 7 in the state. Cashion ranked number 5, both undefeated, looking for the top spot in A3. Walker uses the head bob, and he draws Cashion offside. There's a 5-yard penalty. They get 5 of those back, and it will bring up 3rd down and 5 at the 7.
That's one of the things I've seen Cashion do a good job of over the years is use the hard count to pick up an easy 5, and Crescent used it just then. I'll tell you, that's something that's not used enough in high school football, and probably college either.
We are done on KXLS tonight. Cherokee has beaten Timberlake 54-0. The game over at halftime. 3rd down and 5. Walker wants to throw. Now he's being blitzed. Slips the tackle, looking for room in the end zone. Ball to the back of the end zone is caught for a touchdown. And there's Tristan Lacey. That time, he made the catch.
I tell you, Walker did a great job. He rolled out of pressure, and he had a choice. He could have ran the ball. I don't know if he would have scored or got the first down. But he picked up his receiver in the end zone and threw a perfect pass between 2 defenders. That was a nice play.
Yeah, Tristan Lacey was going from right to left across the back of the end zone, and Preston Walker bought himself some time, and Lacey got open now. Lacey will attempt to boot the extra point. He has 36 extra point attempts that he's made this season. So, pretty darn good kicker. Snap is back, hold is down. Here comes the kick. It is up, and it is right through there. And that'll make it 15-14 as Crescent will take a 1-point lead, and we'll take a break. This is the High Plains Insurance K&ID Area Game of the Week. The Crescent Tigers take advantage of the great starting field position, a 45-yard drive. It took them 7 plays to get into the end zone in 1:21, and a 12-yard touchdown pass from Preston Walker to Tristan Lacey. For Lacey, his 9th TD reception of the season, Walker's 22nd touchdown pass. Take it back, his 21st touchdown pass, and the kick good by Tristan Lacey. 15-14 Tigers now with 2:30 remaining in the first half. Lacey with the boot from the 40-yard line. It is high and relatively deep. Take it inside the 5-yard line. Here comes T.J. Martin on the reverse. 15 to the 20. Stays on his feet to the 22. And he'll go down right there. 2:21 remaining. First half, and Crescent with a 1-point lead over Cashion as they look for their first win ever in this series.
You know, I wouldn't call that last possession a break from the, getting the onside kick or Cashion attempted, because Cashion's attempted onside kick every time.
That's true.
And so
it's nothing out of the ordinary for them.
And they're willing to take that gamble and give up the field position, so... But there's been a couple other breaks in the game. The interception in the end zone was taken away by a Cashion receiver.
First down and 10 from the 24-yard line. Reasoner's going to hand off to Quast, and Quast will get out across the 27-yard line. They're going to mark him with a 28. Clock will tick, tick, tick with 2:10 remaining in the first half to bring up 2nd down and 7.
Cashion's at times have shown that they can run the football and be consistent, but it seems like every time they've done that, they've done something to get away from it and put them in a long yardage situation.
They'll spread the field this time. Reasoner, he wants to throw, looking to his left. Pass caught at the 39-yard line. Spinning now is Joe Neese, and he'll get out across the 40 to the 42. The gain on the play from the 27 to the 43-yard line as well. They'll mark him. That's a 16-yard gain.
Boy, Reasoner threw a bullet then, Tom. He had some heat on it, and Neese did a good job pulling it in.
From the left hash mark, first down and 10 now from the 43, excuse me. Shotgun Reasoner. 3 wide receivers right, 1 to the left. Reasoner passes out to the far sideline. Ball caught 3 yards down the field. The catch was made by Peyton Maroney, his first catch of the night. He was tackled by Swade Stafford after a gain of 3. The 45-yard line is where the ball rests. Make it a 2-yard gain to bring up 2nd down and 8. Timeout called with 1:23 remaining. Did they call timeout?
No, I don't believe so.
The clock is stopped. The whistle stops play. The 2-yard pass completion to Peyton Maroney.
I'm not sure what. Maybe the clock didn't stop. Or I don't know what the
no, it's a break for Cashion right now because they get a chance to set up here. The clock is stopped with 1:31 left in the first half. It's 2nd down and 8 from their own 45-yard line. Reesner with Martin flanked to his right. 3 wide receivers left. 1 in the slot right. Reesner hands off to Martin. 45 to the 50 to the 49. He'll gain 6 to bring up 3rd down and very short. Now, I believe that Cashion should have the full complement of timeouts remaining, if I believe.
Well, they get a first down and get the clock stopped. They probably start trying to go to the end zone or go a little deeper.
3rd down and 2. Reesner left side. Ball is deflected at the line of scrimmage. Getting a big old paw up is Garrett Dimmitt to knock it down. So now it's 4th and 2.
He just about tipped that to himself, didn't he?
Kind of looked like it. I was looking a little further downfield.
No, he did a good job, and the ball was up in the air, and I thought might intercept it.
Okay, so what does Cashion do here with 1:02 left, trailing by a point? They've got, I guess it's only 3rd down and 2 right here. I thought it was 4th, so it's 3rd down and 2. Reesner shotgun. T.J. Martin to his right. And an official timeout is called now.
I think it is 4th down.
I think it is 4th down, yes.
I think you're right.
I thought I was right. It will be 4th down.
Well,
that's exactly what they're saying on the near sideline, too. Coach J.L. Fisher.
Because they had a run, they had the first down, and they had a run and play, then the incomplete pass.
I believe this is 4th down. The chain gang across the way still shows 3. Supposed to be a hometown chain gang across the way. They're not doing the Tigers any favors right now. Garber leading Covington Douglas 20-14 at the half. That's a big ball game tonight in B1. No. Garber with a 6-point lead at the half.
Okay, 4th down. Well, Tom, you just asked what they do. Here we're seeing it right now. They're going for it.
4th down and 2 from the 49-yard line. Reesner. He's going to look to the sideline, and now timeout is called. They were just trying to see what Crescent would do in the situation. They might want to punt right now. Timeout called. Looks like they're going to go for it after they call that timeout. As Lynn Shackelford going to roll the dice right here. Going to bank on the fact if they don't make this, that Crescent won't score in the final 1 minute. They'll empty the backfield. Reesner going to call his own number, go right up the middle, and he got the first down. He'll gain down to the 46-yard line. That's a gain of 3, move the chains first down. They'll stop the clock while they set the chains. 58 seconds remaining in the first half.
Good call. You know, everybody's in the ballparks or in the stadium expecting them to probably throw it there in the empty backfield. Reesner, like I said, calls his own number.
So here it is, 1st down and 10. They haven't set the clock in motion yet. Now they have. Reesner hands off Martin to the 45, 40, flag down to the 35. Make it the 37. The flag is back at the 44-yard line. Most likely a hold. This one most likely coming back. .40 seconds remaining. Cashion trailing by a point here at the end of the first half. And the penalty will go against Cashion. Mark him back 10 yards.
Are you keeping track of penalties?
I'm keeping track of penalties. Cashion's 5th penalty for 35 yards.
There's been a lot of holds, it seems like.
It'll be 1st and 20 now. We'd like to thank everybody who might be watching the video stream from Pioneer Internet tonight on PLDI.net. Get a chance to watch this and listen to us. 1st down and 20 from back across midfield at the 46-yard line. Rolling right is Reesner, puts it up in traffic. The ball is incomplete across the way. Catch was made on the sideline by Dakota Fink, and he's not in the game, though. He's over there, the junior. He is a wide receiver, though, and a safety.
He showed his hands.
He did show his hands right there. And you take a look at Ty Reesner, his passing numbers. He's 7 of 11. We'll figure out the yardage at halftime. He had a game against Maysville. He was 15 of 19 for 340 yards a couple weeks ago. Back to throw Reesner. Here comes the blitz. They dump it out. It's incomplete. They might have been trying to set up a screen. It looks like it was Bledsoe coming through on a blitz, and Reesner just had to dump it off before he took a bit of a shot. And Reesner now is 0 for his last 3 passing with 25 seconds remaining in the first half. It'll be 3rd down and 20 now.
Screen was a good idea, but you know, when you run a screen, the offensive lineman, they've got to chip anybody coming, lineman or linebackers, to give the quarterback time to set up.
3rd down and 20, back at their own 46. Reesner shotgun, 3 wide receivers right side. They'll dump it out right to T.J. Martin. Martin looks for some room. Now he'll reverse field, 40, 45 to the 50. Across midfield, he fumbles the football out of bounds, back across midfield at the 48-yard line. So out of all that, he's going to gain 2 yards. But the ball goes out of bounds. It stops the clock with 14 seconds remaining in the first half.
I'll say one thing. You better tackle that guy. I mean, I see too many guys for Crescent. I mean, they've done a good job of tackling all night, except pretty much against Martin. Martin makes you wrap up. He does that little stop jump move, and he'll make you miss him.
Reesner will punt this time, his second punt attempt of the night. Line of scrimmage is the 48-yard line, his own. He'll stand inside his 40. Lacey back inside his 25. Here's the punt away by Reesner. Pretty good one this time. Lacey will let it go. It will bounce at the 15-yard line inside the 10 and be downed at the 6. So a punt of 46 yards.
Ball be started at the Tigers' 7-yard line.
And with 3 seconds remaining, Crescent will have the football, 1st down and 10 at their own 6, and they will feel pretty good about the fact that they will have a 1-point lead going to the locker room.
Yeah, I don't look for them to drop back here and throw it deep, do you?
No.
And just let the clock run out and go in there and go over what you did right and what you need to correct.
You get to the locker room if you're Crescent right now, and you take the 1-point lead and enjoy it. Preston Walker up under center. He'll take a knee, and there you go. That will be the end of the first half. And here we go. We're ready for the 3rd quarter. The kick is high and will be taken to the 5-yard line. On the return, they're going to fake the reverse, and to the near side comes Peyton Maroney, 20-25, 30 down the near sideline, 35-40, 45-50, 1 man to beat. He'll be tackled from behind, but a great return from his own 5-yard line down to the Crescent 42.
You know, Tom, when you were making the call then, it reminded me of when I first started coaching. It was early in my coaching career. I think it was the PA announcer at Eufaula. He would actually call the play as it was happening, and he would say, reverse. There's a reverse.
Yeah, we're not being mic'd up here in the press box, so.
I mean, it's wild.
The drive will start. 1st down and 10 from the 42-yard line. Reesner, handoff to T.J. Martin. He's tripped up after a 1-yard gain to the 41.
Good pursuit, and that's what it takes to get Martin. He's, like I said, he's got that little jump move. He'll almost stop dead in his tracks, but he's very shifty, and he's able to accelerate from that position very quickly. That's what makes him so dangerous.
T.J. Martin averages 10 yards a carry, over 10 yards a carry. He's got 16 carries for 37 yards rushing now. Reesner, shotgun, hands off to Martin again, ducks his head, gains 5 to the 35, on his feet to the 30, and he's knocked out of bounds at the 29. He'll get the 1st down, a gain from the 41-yard line down to the 29. That's 12 yards, move the chain.
Tommy broke tackles 2 different occasions on that run. He was wrapped up, I thought, after a 2-yard gain. But the defender didn't finish the tackle. Martin gave him that little slip, and he broke another one after about another 5 yards, and here you go. Big game.
1st down and 10 from the 29-yard line this time. Reesner shotgun has Quast to his left, and he has T.J. Martin behind him. He hands off to T.J., who's going to follow Quast, but a flag and a whistle stops the play. 5-yard penalty, illegal procedure, makes it 1st and 15.
I'm curious to see if Cashion, and now they're going to be 1st and 15, but early in the first half they had success when they ran the football behind Robertson and Yeck. they either on the dive, when they were fixing to run a power then behind those two, or they run the GT where they ran and pulled those two from the backside, and they ran behind them then also. And they had success, but they would get away from it and didn't consistently do it.
First down and 15 from back at the 34-yard line, and they're going to fake the give to Martin. Catch across the middle made at the 26-yard line by Joe Neese. He'll stay on his feet down to the 23, but he fumbled the football late. Are they going to rule it a turnover?
I don't know.
They will mark it at the 24-yard line. It is a turnover. He fumbled the football, and Crescent will have it. First down and 10 from their own 24.
You know, from the moment the ball hit his hands, he bobbled the pass to start with. And it gives the Crescent defenders time to get on him. Then he broke a tackle. And I thought he was going to spin out of that. And then he evidently, when he got hit on second, I couldn't see who hit him, but that was a big turnover.
So first down and 10 from the 24-yard line. 10:55 in the third quarter is when this drive starts. Walker pass near side. Lacey makes the catch. 25, and he's popped a little bit. Stays on his feet, though. Then he fumbled the ball late, but I believe they blew it dead. I believe they blew it late, and now a late flag.